Fate decided.
Let's get this party started.
Craving something scary.
Hello, Sydney. It's an honor.
Killjoy Jake.
Don't you swear at me, you little shit! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother!
Watch some.
What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, silver shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, silver shamrock.
Oh, yeah. Feel free to sing along, everybody. You know the drill. Let's get it up.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, silver shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, silver shamrock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just for you, Carrie.
A quick shout out to Jack Stannis, our good friend Jack Stannis of the Lethal Collective, for that clip. Thank you, Jack. I was surprised that on my brothers here. They didn't know I was going to do that, but you know what? Why not? Why not? It's fitting with the topic today, right?
Tis the season, too.
It is.
Tis.
It is.
Tis.
T.I. is.
Don't we have a collective on Halloween?
We do have a collective on
I can't
Halloween.
wait to wear my costume.
Bro, yeah.
I wish I could be there. I am unfortunately not going to be able to make that one. I know. On
Right?
Halloween, of all the days to miss,
Bro.
right? I know.
Oh, my gosh.
You were botching this audition, man.
I know. It's like the one day. Come on.
The one day, exactly. So real quick, guys, you see we're one short today. Knight may or may not be joining us today. We'll see. He might be able to pop in a little bit later. Got some stuff he's taking care of, but if not, no worries. He'll be back on Monday. I already forgot what I was about to say. Friday, but this is Friday. He'll be back on Monday again. So, guys, how are we doing? First of all, shout out to the chat. You guys, I love all you people. We love you guys. Say hello. So good to see you.
Hello.
We see everybody's names here. Much appreciation. Chrissy Blackwell in the house. What's up, Chrissy? Appreciate you.
Yo.
Wayne and Carrie, Neems, Russell. Who else have we got? Flash Skywalker in the house. And many more. Extrons here as well. Killjoy Jake's in the chat. How about that? It's always
Look at
good
that
to see
guy
you in the chat, bro. And Hank's here as well. Hello, Hank. And we appreciate you all being here. All right, gentlemen. So let's get started, man. We build the show as our three things we like for Halloween ends, which wasn't very hard for me. And Fate, I know this was probably your biggest challenge since you were in high school with an assignment, a homework assignment. You had to figure out
homework assignments.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't easy. Jake, how was it? How was it for you, man? Was it hard for you to do three?
Yeah. a little difficult, yeah. But I got it. I think I got it.
So who wants to go first? Because I'm probably gonna be the light in the tunnel a little bit more. So do we want to start with the light and see the darkness crush it, or do we want to start in the dark and come to the light? I think we should do that. So Jake, why don't you start us off, man? Why not?
Heck yeah. Well, one of my first big things that I love about it, probably the thing I loved the most, was the opening scene. I loved everything they did here. I think this was really cool and a really nice tone setter to get you down into the horror mindset. It's really scary right off the bat. It really reminds me of maybe its opening scene. I think it's just really well done for what it's trying to go for. I think it's a pretty damn good opening scene. What do you guys think about it though?
The opening scene I think was the best part. I really liked Michael's cameo, and I really liked when it ended. No,
wow, you're just giving us all three right off the bat. Okay.
As far as the opening scene, I do agree. I put it up there as I think it was arguably one of the best. Like they did a good job foreshadowing with like the shots of the stairs. They did a good job of just like the cinematography on that. They did a good job kind of just building that tension throughout, establishing everyone. Um, you know, I feel like it was kind of pointless, but you know, I still enjoyed it.
It's scary though, right? I mean,
No,
it's
it
like
is.
you
It
see that
did,
happen. It
especially
really
as
did get
somebody
a
that,
rise out of me.
yeah, especially as somebody that has kids, like you know, that'd be
Mm-hmm.
traumatic, right? Like that's not
Yeah.
what you want to happen, right? So from a parent standpoint, absolutely, I get it, and I did enjoy the opening scene. That was one of the positives of this movie. What about you, Craven?
Yeah, it was one of mine too. We are all in agreement because it was great suspense too, and I loved how there were moments where you see the shadow moving in the background on and you're like, oh, dude, because you don't know at that moment
Yeah.
if that's Myers, that's just walking around as he does, as he's known to do, or if it was the kid and Jeremy. So I love the opening. I thought it was very, very well done, well shot, well filmed, and it was a lot of suspense. Honestly, I think it had the most suspense of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
if you think
Yeah.
about it. Because the other scenes, and I'm not throwing shade. I'm just being honest. The other scenes in the movie, they weren't really about building suspense. It wasn't even that kind of movie. But you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
the first movie, I mean, the first opening was there. You felt that
Mhm.
suspense, like, oh, and then the doors open. The back, you remember the door? Oh my gosh! I'm like, this is good, and that's the only time we really see that in the movie, though. Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, even like the kills and ends don't really have too much build
no,
up, you know what I mean? So that
No,
it was
they
nice
don't.
to have that in the opening scene at least. I like
Mhm.
I said, I will give a lot of credit to at least that part of the movie
Yes,
for
hundred
doing that.
percent.
So yeah.
Yes. I just to be different, I'll throw it because I don't want to just be saying the same thing everyone said just now, but I do agree. It is absolutely one of my favorite parts of the movie. But I'll say this too. I'll just throw a different one out there, and then we'll go back around for some more. I really enjoyed the performances by all of the cast members. I think the actors themselves really performed well. They were all in on their characters because I believe that as far as like seeing them perform, I felt with they did the absolute best with the material they had. And
Yeah.
so I have nothing negative to say about any of the actors from Jamie Lee down to Sheriff Barker. And it's not it is tonight. Even that was delivered with passion. So
He got a scene at least,
he
you
got
know.
a
I'm
scene.
happy he was in it. That might be one of my three. Yeah,
Oh,
no, but
Shay.
I agree. You know, I do think that all the performances were great around all around for dealing with the script that they had to deal with. I
Yeah.
think it was good for that reason. I mean, like they tried, you know what I mean, and you could see that. You can see
Mhm.
the effort put into this. Where in some
Yep.
movies you don't, you don't really see that sometimes from every actor. And
Right.
here, I feel like everyone took it really seriously. They were really professional and gave some good performances.
Yeah. Same. All right. So Fate, why don't you want to start us off with a number two of your three?
Well, I
Positives?
wouldn't even say my opening was probably was part of that, but I mean, I could add it to that. I really so like the movie itself. It's really hard to find like positives in, for at least for me. But like, I did like the acting and like the
Mhm.
character. Like as much as I think Corey was completely pointless in this movie, the actor I thought did a great job portraying it. I mean, these actors only had what they had to work with, right? Thank you.
Thanks,
Um,
Gary.
the acting, I thought everybody really embodied the role well for what it was. Um, Again, I don't like the directions that they went with the characters. Like Allison, I didn't like that. Corey, I just think was pointless. Obviously Myers, all that stuff. But like at least the main core, like Jamie Lee Curtis was brilliant as always in the scene she was in. The little time we got of Hawkins, he portrayed well.
Mhm.
Lindsay, little time we got with her, I thought she was well. The Corey, I thought acting was well. I don't know. I thought overall, I thought the acting was well. Um, Again, it's hard to find things that I really liked in the movie itself, but I think acting is. I mean, it's important, right?
Yeah,
At least there wasn't anybody where I was like, "Oh, can we get this person off the screen?" At least like
exactly.
the actors and actresses were at least they played the roles well. So, what did you guys think of the acting?
Yeah. Yeah, I touched on it a minute ago. I thought it was great, and Jake chimed in too. I mean, we're on the same page. Actually, I mean, and I'll tell you something else. Say what you want. Like it wasn't like I watched Bodies last night for the
Oh, what
first
did you
time.
think about that?
Oh, you finally saw it?
Bro, let me talk about characters you're tired of looking at. Those are the most repulsive, disgusting people in one movie, characters wise. I'm like, these people, they deserve each other. So yeah, I will say this, Jake, because when you and I talked offline about it a while back, and I asked you that question, should I fork out my 20 or should I wait till it's a $5 rental? And you're like, you know what? Just wait. I think you'll like it better for you. And you were 100% nailed it, dude. I would not have wanted to buy the movie.
Without spoiling anything, though, did you
Yes.
like the twist? I hate to deviate from the conveation, but
No,
I
it's
have
okay.
to know. I have to know. You thought it was okay?
So I thought it's this. Oh gosh, let me think. I want to say this. It's growing on me as I get distance from last night, and I'm thinking more about the smartness of it, the writing of it. The initial reaction. Oh shoot, I gotta be careful. At first, I wasn't sure how I felt about it. Let me put it that way. But I'll tell you this: I didn't figure it out, and I like
Really?
that.
I thought it was super obvious.
Oh man, I had no idea. No, the
Oh,
whole
really?
time
Never
the
saw it.
cogs were
swear.
going in my head about a certain thing, which I obviously don't want to say. And then when the reveal happened, I'm like, no, it's such a gut punch, It's such like it makes you feel like such an idiot. I don't know. Personally, I loved that the first time around, but Craven, I do agree. The second time around, I was like, I just don't like these characters enough to watch this again, which is a shame.
It is a shame.
But that's also kind of the point, That's my thing
Right.
about it. Like that's definitely the point. So I get why they made that decision, but
we're not supposed to like them at all.
no.
Yeah, no, not at all. Fun
Yeah.
fact though, on my channel and here on the collective, I predicted the ending. Like if
Yeah?
you remember,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know if you remember. I said exactly how it was gonna go, and like a joke. I was like, "What if they did this?" And that's exactly what happened.
Oh god.
Like exactly. I even had somebody like it's funny that you predicted the ending. I was like, yeah. Like and I said it here on
Okay.
this collective, and I said it on my channel on one of my Bodies videos. I was like, what if they do this? And they ended up doing just that because I knew that they weren't going to do the original story because it's based on an actual like book or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I knew the actual ending already, and I was like, and I knew that they weren't going to do that because they said that they weren't going to do that. Like that was public information that was out there. And so I was like, if they don't do that, then the only thing that makes sense is this. And so for those that are that have been longtime subscribers to Collective, you probably know how it ends if you haven't seen the movie.
Or if you don't want to be spoiled, don't go watch his videos.
Don't go
on
watch.
Bodies.
Don't go back and watch them. Yeah, don't go back. I mean, I don't know why you'd watch them. Plus, the movie's been out for like 6 months.
Yeah, we could probably spoil it at this point. But
Probably.
I know some people have not seen it yet.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
the only reason I'm bouncing
holding
around.
back because it just came out to rent. It's like $5 on Tuesday, and I know a lot of people were waiting for that tier, like
Right.
I was. I'm like, because I want to give it like a couple of weeks, and then I think we could openly let it rip.
And also, that's not the focus of the stream, so someone might be in here who hasn't seen it yet. And then,
That's
my
true.
other argument is like, that's the best part of the movie. You do not want that spoiled for you,
No,
Like, if that's
no.
spoiled, I'd be like, you maybe don't need to watch
Did
it.
you
don't
guys-
even
did you-
turn it
I know
on.
Jake liked the movie, but Craven, did you like the movie as a whole? And then we can move back on to Halloween.
As a
I didn't.
whole,
I didn't like the
no,
movie at
I
all.
did not.
Oh,
like the movie.
Oh, really? I liked it. I liked it because you hate the characters, though. I think they did a really good job
Yeah,
at doing that.
they
But
did.
but once again, I will agree with you guys. I probably will never watch it again. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I love
way.
what that movie did, but I'm probably never gonna watch it again personally.
Yeah.
And I had subtitles turned on, and the music. I'm like, what are they playing? This horrible music. I'm like, it was rough, man.
It was a better
Disaster
version.
Piece did the music, dude. He's like he's like my second favorite composer of all time, which I know sounds so pretentious, but like I
I'm
fucking
feeling
love his
Daddy,
I love
daddy
everything
is,
he does.
daddy is. I'm like, what?
Oh, that's
heck
the
am I
Charlie
listening to?
XCX or whatever song. But dude, Disaster Piece's score for it goes very fucking hard. Like I highly recommend listening to the
It's
album
more.
version.
My problem
Oh,
was
yeah.
too though. This was like a better composed version of I Know What You Did Last Summer on Amazon.
Oh, face.
Oh
It was-
man,
it was a
that is
better-
that is a hot
No, no, no.
take.
It was a
It's
better,
better than
It was a
that.
better, exactly. That's why I said it was a better like Bodies is what I Know
Oh,
What You Did Last Summer was trying to
trying
do.
to
They
be.
just did
I
it
got you.
terribly.
Yeah.
Bodies, Bodies, Bodies was a better composed
Yeah.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like they still like the whole, the mystery of who the killer is, all that stuff.
Right.
Like the whodunit element, all of that. The sort of like annoying, pompous, like type of like, modern, like woke type, like, you're censoring me.
There's an argument there, I think. But Jason Dyer gave us a $2 super chat back at 624.
No, I'm looking at it. I was just waiting for us to finish our thought here. And so
Anyway,
one thing we can all agree on for sure, there's no twist to this. It's the real deal. Jason Dyer coming in hard, starting us off with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Jason. It's official. Sheriff Barker 2024
Yes!
for us. Jason, do you mean this Sheriff Barker?
This is not how it works.
It is tonight.
I clapped.
Yes.
I lost my mind. I was like, yes, he made it.
Beautiful. I know. I was just about to think they're going to cut him out. And there he was. He had his one scene, but it was a dramatic scene, though.
Yes.
Were you okay
I'll be
with that?
honest.
Or did you want more?
That was one of my 3 things, was that I actually liked at the ending. We got to see all of like some of our favorite characters from the past. We got to see Julian again too. Julian's like a really great side character. It's cool to see him again.
That's right.
I don't know. Personally, the ending I didn't hate. I didn't hate that little part. It's a little ridiculous. It's totally over the top and ridiculous. I mean, no argument there. But I enjoyed it. I'm like, okay, this is cool. Whatever.
Jason, we appreciate you, man. And
They should have had the Iron Lady, Jason. How
They
cool
should
would
have.
have been if she
They
just
should have.
showed up with the iron? That would have been great.
Bam! Just right in your head. Right in Michael's
Gives him
face.
one good one. Yeah.
Give him one good one. Bam!
You know what else is a good one? Bam! Carrie coming in with a $5 super chat. Carrie, thank you. You're awesome. Why do I feel like we will say even in 5 years we don't want to spoil the ending for Bodies 3 times? I also love you guys in the community. Thank you, Carrie.
That's so true though, Carrie. Like I really would never. This is one of the movies I would never want to spoil for somebody. Never. Like I would. That first watch of that was awesome in my opinion. I was like blown away. But like I said, like after that, it's kind of it fades. It fades very fast.
Yeah. It's one of those movies like, all right, I watched it once and that's it. Like it doesn't have good watchability. Like it's
rewatchability is low.
It's not
where you
can watch it over.
Yeah.
And over. Like,
I do really appreciate it for what it did, though. It's a kind of an experiment. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it, and I dig it for that reason.
And I didn't figure it out ahead of time. Which when I watch a whodunit, if you can fool me and I can't figure your formula out, then my hat's off to you. That part of the movie, 100%.
Real quick, what do you guys think of Pete Davidson? Because people either seem to love him or hate him.
I don't really know too much about him to hate him.
Either.
I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of indifferent on Pete Davidson. Like I've seen him on SNL and I think he's funny. If he's done something in real life that I'm just unaware of, that's why people hate him.
No,
I don't know. That's really all I got.
Like the dude is my hero.
Yeah, people seem to really hate him, and I'm like, I don't know enough about him to hate him. I think he's funny.
Hate him because of like the life he's living. He lives that like no F's given. He's a tattooed bad boy that does drugs and drinks and just is with every hot girl in Hollywood and makes a bunch of money for just being him. Like he's not like an actor. He's just like always he's always Pete Davidson. I just think people inherently hate stuff like that. Like they hate like they look at him as like you're not this like Shakespearean actor. You're not this like business mogul like.
My one thing about Pete Davidson, what's up, Scott? How's it going?
Hey, Scott.
My one thing about Pete Davidson was like when SNL kind of started to drop off in like the mid 2010s, he was like the one actor after all of that. Like I want to say like Jason Sudeikis, Kristen Wiig, like all of them left. I know this is not horror talk, so I'll get off of this fast. But when he came on, he was like the only continuing cast member that I really liked. Like he was really funny and he kind of kept the show afloat for me for a while. I don't really watch it too much anymore, but like as a kid, I was obsessed with SNL. So when he came on, he was kind of like I felt like he was one of the better ones out of there. So that's kind of why I like him, but also I just have not been keeping up with anything about him in the past like 4 years. So I couldn't tell you. If he's done some kind of shitty thing, I couldn't tell you.
Oh, hey, you know what else, guys? Look here. Jason Dyer with a $10 super chat. Woo, thank you, Jason. All right, worst moments for Myers all time. Here we go. Number 1, crying at age 5. Yeah, that was rough. The tear. Oh, man. Number 2, Freddie Harris butt kicking. Number 3, getting mask taken away. Number 4, Number 4, being turned into meatloaf. And 5, hanging out with the white horse.
White horses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
White
I love it.
That's a great list.
I would also say talking. Him talking, just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's another one. That's true.
Don't do that. I would add that to it. But no, this is a great list.
It is a great list. That's awesome, Jason. You know what, Jason, just for you, man, one more time for your super chat. Here you go, buddy.
This is not how it works.
It is tonight.
Yeah.
Do you know how much better that movie would have been if he just shot that cop and said, "That's how it is tonight"? Like that cop, like he's the cop is the one guy that's just ruining everything. It would have been hilarious if he got out and he's just like, boom. He's like, "Tonight it is." Put him on there too. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like,
They stack them.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Anybody else got anything to say?
No,
That
what he
would've
should have
made the movie
said.
so much better.
But
Dance. He starts shooting at his feet.
Oh, no.
I would love that. Would be so
there you
funny.
go. And that nice deep tone.
Yeah.
Trick or treat, mother. Oh my gosh. A little callback to Resurrection.
I would have been like, yes. I would have. Yeah.
Yes.
I would have lost my
I
mind.
would have jumped up and been clapping in the theater.
I
Like,
know.
"Woo!"
Trick or treat.
I was
Way to
talking
redeem
about.
yourself.
I was talking about on stream the other night, like another issue, and I know this is a stream all about the good stuff, but this is just something funny I was thinking about. I'm like, another issue I had is I feel like it was a little too happy at the end, considering how this whole series feels like it deals with trauma. Just has always felt bittersweet. Even at the ending of 2018, there's this sense of like, yes, they won, but at what cost? You know, this whole the town. So many people died in that movie just to take this evil out. I really thought it was going to end way darker, and like, there's a part of me when I'm watching that ending, Michael gets thrown into the grinder. I was almost thinking, what if he pulled Lori in? How would that affect everyone's opinion of this movie? I personally, that would have saved the movie, because that is so ridiculous and bonkers for something like that to happen. I would lose my mind. I would be like, that's so crazy. I can't hate it at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's such a wild decision. I don't know.
I think
just my
instead
opinion.
of making it so like, what if everyone got like a stab at Michael? Like, because think of what he did to the town.
Yeah.
Like, think of what he did to the town. Like, what if I know we were joking about, like, what if Iron Lady like just smacked him with the iron? I mean, he's just lifeless there.
I mean,
like,
that would be
girl
pretty
that got
awesome,
stabbed
you
in the
know?
neck and lived. Like, what if like she like got to come over and like stab him a couple times? Just everyone let out their aggression on Michael. Like
Midnight Orient Express, basically.
You know, like cops, cops are just unloading into this dude just to make sure he's dead. Like, I don't know. I think that would have been so much better. I would have been like, yes, like,
because him going into a meat grinder is pretty fucking cool. I mean, you know what I mean. But like, it is a cool scene. You know what I mean? It is cool. But to make it even crazier, I think would have been dope personally.
Great,
nice. I love. Hey, what's up, Kane? Just want to say hello to Kane real quick coming in, and I love Hank's comment. He says, "I don't think it matters what we talk about at this point. You guys are like the View for horror fans." Thank you. I love it.
Thanks.
we
Hank.
are the View. It's just us
View.
girls gossiping. You know, just
Us girls.
we are
welcome.
We are so the Sex and the City girls.
Oh my god.
Hey,
such
by
a
the way,
thing to say.
speaking of that, if you guys have not done so yet, please smash the thumbs up button. We've got 44 people watching with only 31 likes. So guys, help us out.
What are you doing?
There it is.
And
I
just
like
so-
this.
Just in case anyone didn't notice, that was a Borat reference, by the way. So we're like the Sex and the City girls.
It has been so long since I watched the first one. Like the second, I just watched the second one again, maybe like 3 months ago. But yeah, it's been a minute.
Dude,
since
I have
watched the first
funny Bruno story. You guys ever seen the movie Bruno?
one. Bruno's
Oh, no.
ridiculous.
We didn't
yeah.
know what it was, and like me and like 4 other dudes were like, "Let's go see this movie." So like we went in line, and like the ticket guy was like, "Are you sure you guys want to see this movie?" And we're like, "Yeah, why not?" Right? And we get to the movie, and they're like, "Okay, like give us the tickets." You got to remember, it was a different time back then, and
The
so we sit
opening
in
to
theater,
that is
and there's like the 4 of us, and like we sit down, and we're all like talking our popcorn, we're like looking around, and you know, and there's like all these people in the theater. It's like a packed theater, and the 4 of us standing there, and then you just see like the opening, you know, and we're just like, all right, this is how we're starting. Like people were literally getting up and walking out the theater immediately, and we're just like, damn. We sat and watched the entire movie. We got out of the movie of Bruno, and we all kissed. It was incredible. I'm just joking.
Wow.
We didn't do that, but we all
I believe
looked
it.
at
I
each
believe
other
it,
and
man.
we're like, We need to
Dude,
go
I
get our
love that
girlfriends.
movie. That movie is so goofy.
That movie's
I fucking
hilarious.
love that.
It is hilarious. I do. But anyway.
Well, guys, look here, man. Smells like teen horror. My good friend Eric coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. I was going to 7-Eleven today, and I saw a bunch of band geeks outside, so I just ran. Did I do the right thing? Yes. You
Stay
did.
away.
Yes.
You ran him over with your car.
That's what I learned from Halloween Ends. Stay away from band geeks.
Dude, have you seen
Stay
those
away.
like
They'll
memes
kick your
where
ass.
it's like, hey, can you buy me a beer? And it's like, yeah, sure. And then it just has the credits.
Okay,
I saw
that's
that, I
pretty
was
funny.
dying. I was dying. Like literally, it's like that scene, and it's like, hey, can you buy us beer? And then it's Corey like, yeah, sure. And then it's just the credits. And I was like, that's the greatest thing ever. That was the greatest thing ever. That was
Oh my god. That scene, okay, you know what? Talking about things we like, I actually kind of don't hate that scene. I'm gonna be honest.
yeah,
That
yeah.
how he like cuts his hand and Lori helps him and all that. I kind of
Mm-hmm.
like that's nice. I almost
it
wish
was-
Corey was a protagonist, for that reason. They seem to team up well. I was like, okay.
I just think it was like his whole existence was redundant. Like it didn't serve any purpose. Like I thought Corey was great as a character. I thought the actor was great. I just don't think if that was its own movie, like if it was a movie centered around Corey about
Yeah.
like a demonic possession or something like that, I would have been like, this was a great movie. But it was a Halloween movie. It's trash.
Real quick here, our good friend Chrissy Blackwell. Chrissy, it's good to see you here. Not too many talk about Nick Castle's awesome cameo. And that was a great cameo. It wasn't on my top 3 things for today, but it is one of the things I really enjoy. What do you guys think about that great cameo?
He should have been the homeless man. We talked about
He
this
should have been
Yeah.
the homeless
We
man.
talked, we talked about this before. Where it's
Right.
like, I'm Michael. Like that would have been great.
Yeah.
Like,
That would have been.
perfect.
It's cool, but it's one of those things where like he kind of hyped it up a little too much to where I thought it was going to be something bigger. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what he said, but I remember him being like, "Oh, and also I play this other character that's like really significant to the movie." And I'm like, "Oh shit, he's going to be like this new character." And he's just like, "Yeah, it's just a little cameo appearance." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, it's cool, but it just was a little overhyped in my opinion."
And he gave a little callback to 78. See anything you like? That was cool.
Yeah.
That was a little homage, but it was still awesome. I'm with you, Chrissy. I still enjoyed it, and I thought it was really funny when he opened his jacket, his coat. I was like, oh, Nick Castle, man, the shape is asking for your opinion on naughty stuff. But you know what's naughty, guys? Are super chats. Jason Dyer coming in with a $2
Get naughty.
super chat. Thank you, my friend. Get naughty here. New Friday the 13th, Sheriff Barker transfers to Crystal
Let's
Lake.
do that. I would love
Yes,
that.
please. Somebody
Dude, we
write
need
that.
to have the Iron Lady and Sheriff Barker in every like Halloween,
Everything.
like everything. Yeah, New Nightmare on Elm Street. He's there. Like, imagine if like he built a career on just being that character.
Oh,
in
dude.
every horror movie.
I would be so fine in the next Friday the 13th if he shows up and he's like the sheriff character. I think he plays that character really well. I would be so down for that, honestly. If they, for whatever reason, like that actor just also gets cast in that and it's basically the same character, I'm down. I think that's great.
Yeah, I love it.
Fantastic.
I'll tell you, man.
Very
Very
Sheriff Barker,
underutilized.
He's really, seriously. Thank you, Jason. We really appreciate it. And also want to let everyone know that, yes, we do have Super Chats available, as you're seeing. And you see up here on the top right corner, we also still have our PayPal active, but you can donate there if you want to donate directly to PayPal or Cash App, but we prefer PayPal. If you would rather do that, that's fine as well. And that's why it's up on the screen. We can do, you have multiple choices here. We like to give you options. Yes. Yusuf says, Craven, how you rate Halloween Ends out of 5? Well, I'll tell you this. Out of 10, I'd give it a 5. So I'm about 5 out of 10. So I guess if I'm doing a 5, it'd be a 2.5. It's going to be right in half, right in the middle. So
What if you can't do halves? Do you bump it down to a 2, or do you give it a 3?
if I can't do halves, I will probably. That's really hard, man, because
That is really hard.
I'm really set on 2.5. I don't think I can. I flip a coin. I'd probably go 3 because I think it was a well-filmed movie. It was well acted. The music is one of my favorite soundtrack of the entire trilogy is this movie. There's a lot of things that are positive on this, and If the acting was under par and the music was terrible, I would go down. But I have to edge to 3 if it was that case.
Because I agree with you that like the nuances about this movie are good and on point.
They are.
You know what I mean? Like that is something that is great, 10 out of 10. But like it's the story itself that fails for me, and I think that's why it really bogs this one down. I would probably go like a 2 out of 5 because I want to go 1.5 out of 5, but I guess I go to 2. Maybe. You know, the nuances are great. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that.
Can we do negative numbers?
Oh my gosh, Faye.
If we can do negative numbers, then it's a -5 out of 5.
Damn. Not
Wow.
a negative
That
1.
movie was just terrible. Like, look, I loved.
This is what we like about the movie, guys.
I know. And look, I loved the cinematography. I loved the acting. I loved certain elements. It had things there, but for a Halloween movie, I can't give it the satisfaction. If it was a completely different movie, and then they didn't throw on, or if it was like an anthology version, like say it was its own anthology version, no Michael, Season of the Witch, and it wasn't the conclusion of a trilogy, I might feel so much better.
Well, give me another positive thing about this one, if you have anything.
I did like that they gave a definitive death to Michael. It was something I really wanted to see.
Yep.
I thought it was a little too mopey and a little too, like happy, like you were saying, Jake, especially for like the type of movie that they were really trying to establish throughout. But I did like that. They actually gave him a death, and it was one that like they can't retcon. I agree. It's a movie. It's a movie. You can always get, but they made sure that you knew that was Michael. They made sure that, like, hey, this isn't an H2O moment.
No.
She takes the mask off. She sees it's him. She makes sure that it's him. That gets strapped onto the thing. Everybody's there. Like they made it very clear that was Michael Myers. And then to give him a definitive death, I really enjoyed that. That was probably one of my favorites. That was something I really wanted to see in this movie. Like, give us a conclusive death. I didn't think they would do it. So I'll give them credit. I'm glad that they did it.
Yeah,
that's why the movie's gone so far up for me personally. Like, not so far. It's like right now I had it as a 1 out of 10 when I made my review. Now I'm about like 3 out of 10. I'm like, actually, okay, there are some really cool things about this. I don't like the way they're pieced together, but I will say, yes, a conclusive death for Michael Myers is really cool. The fact that we finally did that, I'm like, okay, that's nice. I've gone on record to say this a million times. I love an ambiguous ending to horror films, but like every single Halloween movie does that for the most part, or it's gotten retconned. You know what I mean? So like, I'm like, that sucks. I wish just in one timeline that was the case. And you know what? This movie did that. It may not have been the way I wanted it to happen, but it happened. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. So I will give that to Halloween Ends.
I wish we had a definitive. I wish we had an impactful death though going into that. Like
I do agree.
Even if they didn't want to kill Laurie, like if they killed Sheriff Burke, or or they killed Lindsay or Hawkins. I'm sorry, I said Burke.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, different movie. Hawkins.
Scream.
Hawkins. Like if they killed Hawkins, or they killed Lindsay, or they killed like Allison or something like that, I think it would have been a much more impactful ending.
Because, another thing to go off of that, Fate, is like they introduce all these new characters, but opposed to kills in 2018's Halloween, where they like build up the characters for like a little scene beforehand and then kill them, they don't do that with any of the new characters. They could have gotten around all of that, though, if they killed Lindsay and Hawkins in different scenes, because you're already familiar with them. You don't need to do the setup. So if you show me a sequence where Michael Myers kills them, it's emotional because you've already known them from the past 2 movies. I think that would have been such an easy cut instead of just introducing a bunch of new characters for no reason.
Even if Alice, like, I think it would have been impactful if Alice, like, if you were going to keep Laurie alive, like, I would have loved Allison to die, because, like, especially, and it would have been easy. Like, how like Laurie's getting killed, right? And then Allison comes and breaks his arm and saves her. Like, what if like you just switch that up to where, like say Michael's about to stab her and kill her. She like takes the blade or whatever, and then Laurie's able to like, boom, chop his head off or whatever and kill him, give the finishing blow or pick up a knife or whatever. But Allison is like dying in the process. Like that would have been so much more impactful, because you would have had Laurie who, yes, she finally stopped the boogeyman. She finally overcame that monster.
But
she
sacrificing
lost
everything.
Yeah, she literally lost everything. She lost her granddaughter, her daughter,
man,
like everything. It would have been.
I would have been
in
tears coming down my face if they had done that.
You know, like I think that would have just been so much of a better ending. Like if she just has nobody, she's just all alone, and then that just leaves it up. Like how is she going to go on? Like it would leave it like sort of open ended, like us wanting more of Lori. Like does she just what herself? Does she like go and try to be happy? Like where does she go from here? She served her purpose. Like she spent her entire life dedicated to trying to kill this man and finally killed him. Like what happens? Like what does she do now? I just think it would have been so much of a better ending. But
well, I'll tell you what we know and we can agree on is better than anything. Is a super chat coming in from Jason Dyer for another $2.
Clean
Dude,
transition.
you're killing it, Jay. Thank you there. Thank you, Jake. And Jason says Barker to become sheriff for all horror movies.
Yes. And use the same
it?
hospital from Scream 5. Just every
Yes.
single movie. Always hospitals.
Always. And not to be outdone, Jason Dyer returns with another $2 super chat. Jason, bro, we need the air horn. Petition to get Sheriff Barker in front of listen, man, if people are doing a petition, a silly petition to try to remake the movie of Halloween Ends, which is so
that's
silly.
ridiculous.
That's so silly. We can do a petition on change.org to have Sheriff Barker in Friday the 13th. Jason, you should start it. I'll sign it.
Facts.
I will sign it.
Me too.
And I'll promote it on my channel. I will.
I'd support that. I want some more Sheriff Barker.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. We will make Sheriff Barker our official sheriff of the Lethal Collective.
Yes.
How do you think?
Yes.
You know what? Hey, come on, man.
This is not how it works.
It is tonight.
It is tonight.
What we need to do is we need to get to 10,000 subscribers so we can reach out to him and say, hey, you should come on the collective and play the sheriff.
Oh my God, he's in character the whole
time. Yeah,
time.
that'd be great the whole time. Dude, I wonder
awesome.
how much it would cost to have him come on the channel and do that. I mean, there's
we should look at it. We should look into it.
I can look up his agent and all that stuff. I can get.
I wonder how much
make
it
a phone
costs.
call.
Maybe we could even get like a GoFundMe to help if it's like something ridiculous. Like just hey dude, come on for an hour in character and just like let us ask you questions and stuff.
He's like right in the middle of like dealing with a Michael situation, and he's like, I got to do this quick interview, but then I'm right back to it,
Yeah, like full character, like dude, I'll give you like $5,000 just like.
We'll ask him like questions like, so tell us about that horrible hospital scene. How did you manage to get everyone under control? Get the crowds out of there.
Talk to him like he's in the Halloween world. That'd be great. I think that'd be a fun little bit for people. Like I think like people would love that. I think that's a bit that would actually do really well, like on YouTube. Period. So yeah, I think it would be a good investment. Like,
can you imagine the clips we could make from that?
Oh yeah, Jake should have his work cut out.
Oh yeah, that would be an easy work day. Absolutely.
Yeah. Jason, thank you, man. Seriously,
we have like 40 1-second clips.
It is
just
tonight.
a bunch of bits.
Or I told him to get out. Whatever. Just like little sound bites.
That's it. Like, tell it. It'd be great.
I tell you what, we seriously will look into that, guys. So that's something we'll look into.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let me see here. I'll start us off the next round, and then we can start to wrap things up here in a little bit for Halloween Ends anyway. Another thing, I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I really did enjoy the soundtrack. I wanted to spend a minute on the music because I love the music of all three of these movies. Actually, I think Carpenter did a great job, but there's something about this soundtrack that just really speaks to me when I listen and watch the movie. And there's this one song I have to bring up again. I think I mentioned it before, but it's called "Come to Me." It's the motorcycle song, as most people recall it from that scene at night when Corey's on his motorcycle. And it's really good. It's called "Come to Me" by Johnny Goff. I've been listening to Johnny Goff on Spotify and loving his stuff, dude.
Okay.
It's really good. I mean, I've been like,
I'll check it out.
Playlist these songs. Oh, come on. It's really good artist. He's really good.
I'm down for that. I can't wait. Actually, I can't say that yet, but that sounds really cool. I'll have to check that out. I've been trying to listen to a bunch of like weirder, like alternative stuff for like Red Right Hand, and I kind of like from what I remember from that scene, I want to say it was like a little more alt rock, if I'm remembering correctly.
It's got some heavy synth lines going, but it's got guitar. It's really dark. It's all minor keys.
Okay.
Dude, Come to Me by Johnny Goff. I'll put it in the private chat. You need to listen to it seriously.
I will. I'll put that on. Absolutely. Cool.
I'm very happy with this stuff. So soundtrack for me, guys. Music was great.
I agree with that for sure. Like the score, the soundtrack, I thought all of that was awesome. You got John Carpenter, Cody Carpenter, Daniel Davies doing the music. I mean, that's a win in my book, however you want to look at it. I really loved the music throughout. Score was great. Everything, all of the sound stuff was awesome about this movie for sure.
It was well done.
It was. Jake, do you have any more positives before we start talking about some other movies?
I'm trying to think like if there's any like big thing I wanted to bring up, because I really got nothing about the characters, which is a shame. The sewer. Oh, you know what? I did want to say that. I was like, I know I had one more. The sewer setting, I actually kind of dig. Like the aesthetic of Michael Myers living in the sewers for 4 years is just really gross to me, and that I love. Anything gross and horror is always a win for me. And the fact you see a bunch of rats and poop floating around Michael Myers, that's a cool aesthetic for me, in my opinion.
You got lots of rats.
For
sure.
I didn't get the bite. Craven. No. But I did get to see a rat, so I'm like, okay, all right, that's a middle ground I'll accept.
Hey, it's fair enough that you can draw lines, right? You can say,
right.
Okay.
Right. Yes.
He is eating them. We just didn't see it.
It was implied. Exactly. It was implied. I am still banking though that Ghostface is going to eat a rat in Scream 6. It's going to happen.
Ooh.
It's destined to happen.
It's destiny.
Oh, all right. So what else do you guys want to talk about, man? I think we talked about our positives. And can I say this?
Sad that we don't have that much more to talk about.
I know. I really want to say more. I
really did too. I really thought about it. I was just like, there's nothing in this movie that I could like go, oh, that was great. I really like that. Like, I really like that. Like, I guess like the junkyard scene. Like I like that sequence, like when the kids got their just desserts, and and then like the one kid blasts the uncle. Because like he's trying
I feel
to
so bad for the uncle.
Yeah,
man.
But I mean that's the point. It's supposed to be this like.
Yeah.
There was a lot of accidental stuff, and whenever you like accidents like that scare the fuck out of me. Like that's something I love writing about or talking about, because that just scares the hell out of me. So like that I agree. That was actually a pretty good sequence.
Something like that. But
I remember he looked over at Corey and he's like, Corey? Like he's in shock what he was seeing. And then he stands up. The guy stood up to protect Corey because he saw the guy with the rifle. I'm going to shoot, or whatever he says. And man, the uncle cared, the guy cared about him to the point that he stood up and literally took the bullet to save him. And I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt really bad for the guy. Every time I watch that scene, I'm like, it breaks my heart, man.
Oh yeah. No, it's heartbreaking. It's good. It's nice.
Man.
Carrie is bringing up some good stuff in the chat though, real quick. I hate to redirect the conversation again, but VHS 99 it just went on Shudder, and I really, really enjoyed it. I don't know if you guys.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to go see that.
It's really fun. But I have some. I don't think it's as good as 94, but I really did like it. It's really, really gross. It's definitely the grossest installment in the entire franchise. Yeah.
Oh.
And then that was a big plus for me. The middle segment, like the third one, is the nastiest thing I've ever seen.
Wow.
So what do you rank? What do you rank the VHSs now?
This is really tough. So my review of it bombed like bad, like on my page. YouTube was like, yeah, don't talk about VHS anymore. I'm like, well, fuck. But so I'll just spill the beans on how I rank them. I was gonna do that video, but I'm like, So I would probably get like 94 is still the top. I think 94 is still number one. 99 right after that. 2, 1 viral is how I think I would rank them. I like all 5 of them though. I think all 5 of them are fun.
Okay. So the first one is ranked almost last, next to last, huh?
Yeah, it like the majority of the skits don't work for me in the original compared to the newer ones. It's kind of a victim of comparison because I think like almost every sequel besides Viral has done it better. personally. They got the formula way better. And that's the other thing about this new one. VHS 99 has the best setup, has the best formula out of any of the movies, for sure.
Anybody directing the segments that we know? Any of our guys back?
Yeah, there was a lot.
Yeah, so Johannes Roberts, who did like he's done like a bunch of popular horror movies. The Strangers Pray at Night, if you've seen that. He did that. He directed the new Resident Evil movie, 47 Meters Down, if you know that one.
Yeah.
The shark movie. So he did a skit. That one was really good too. He's the second skit. It's about being buried alive, which is just I'm really claustrophobic, so I really appreciated that one. That one hit for me.
Yeah.
Flying Lotus, who's amazing. You guys probably aren't familiar with him. He used to work at like Adult Swim, did like some animated shorts. Now he's doing like horror movies and music, and he's a really interesting creator. I love his shit. He did the really gross one, so that's cool. I'm trying to think who you guys might be familiar with. Man, the Winters, they're kind of up and comers, but I love them too. Maggie Levin, who's also like up and comer, and then who's the last one? Tyler McIntyre did Tragedy Girls. Have you guys seen that movie with Jack Quaid?
No, I haven't even heard of it.
Banger! It's a banger.
It good?
If you like Scream, it's very much in the same vein as Scream, like for sure.
What is it? A whodunit?
Well, kind of. It was a big inspiration for Red Right Hand because it's basically Scream from the killer's perspective, but like with a totally different vibe. Yeah. So it's like you're following two killers and they're killing their classmates the whole time. It was like I said, big inspiration for Red Right Hand.
Well, maybe I should watch that first then.
Yeah. Honestly, we were gonna put out a list of like good pairing movies. That was like top of the list. Tragedy Girls.
Tragedy Girls. I just sent myself a note to watch it.
I have seen this movie. Never mind. It was on Netflix.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. It's not a 10 out of 10 but I liked it.
It is a pretty good movie.
Well, I like Jack Quaid. I don't know what
Jack Quaid's really good in it.
But yeah, he's
a really good actor. Oh, it's 2017. It's been out for a while. Okay.
Yeah.
I did too.
Okay.
Their skit is their skit has a really good twist in it that I really dug, and I won't say it, but it kind of starts off and it sucks, and you're like this sucks. These characters are awful, but then the twist makes up for it. It's very similar to Bodies.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm reading the synopsis on Google right now. What a concept for a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like hiding all the bodies and shit in Tragedy Girls. Yeah, no, it's really cool. It's I like it.
Wow.
It's good.
Yeah, this I won't spoil anything because it's not.
Plus,
it's on Google,
Robinson.
But that right there, what a twist that is. That's a twist right there, Jake. At the last half of that. Like, what? Okay. All right. I'm in. I'm hooked. I'm ready to see it. Watch party. Oh, Carrie said it too. I just saw your chat when I said that.
That would be a really fun watch party, I think.
Yeah, I think you guys would really, do you guys think that there's any chance Dewey comes back?
No. Not flashbacks could happen.
Flashbacks, yes. I don't think he's alive. No way he's alive.
No way he's alive. I mean, I know there's the only argument I ever heard people make was there's only one body bag and we don't see the name on the tag. I'm like, yeah, that's just. That's grasping at straws, man.
You do see the name on the tag. You have to zoom in really well, but it says Dewey on the tag.
Oh, you did it really? Oh,
yeah. It says Dewey on the tag. I did a whole video about it, like when it first happened, and people were like, "Well, if it's really him?" Like people were trying to justify. They're like, "If it's really him, why would it say Dewey?" And I was like, "Because the audience knows him as Dewey, not as Dwight." Like Dwight, I was like. Yeah, and I was like, not just that, but it's a small town, like they know him as Dewey, so they probably just wrote Dewey on it. I was like, they did everything they could to make sure you knew and understood that Dewey was dead.
Yeah,
and that would ruin that plot point too.
It would ruin everything.
Back, it would retroactively make Scream 2022 worse, in my opinion. And I love Dewey. I'd love to see him again, but I think the extent of it should be like a Randy-esque cameo, like from Scream 3. You know,
I said that in my video the other day. What if he did like a Randy-esque video? Not like exactly, but I was like, there was time because you had Sam and Richie come to his house and he was like, nah, and slams the door on their face and he doesn't want to do it. And then later on he shows up and he's hero. Like what if in between he left a video for Gail in case he died and Gail has that video?
I think that's totally possible. Like, I
Yes.
think something like that would be cool. That feels very screamy, not just because they did it once in the past, but it just feels like something that they would do here as kind of like a little reference to Scream 3, you know?
And it sounds like something that Dewey would do. Like, oh, Randy made a tape before he went and thought he was gonna die. So why should I? Like, you could have that
And,
connection
yeah.
and tie-in.
And what else does he do in that scene? He looks over and he sees the thing about Tatum. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Is it a
Exactly.
picture? I don't know why I'm not remembering
It
correctly,
was
but
the urine.
It's the
Yeah, the
talking
little
about the
box.
the
box
box.
for her ashes.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So like he kind of looks over it, like there's kind of some implication to that in that scene. So I could see that being a thing that comes back in Scream 6. That would be cool. That would be really dope to see that, especially because this is
Yes.
going to be a Gale focused movie, from my
Yes.
guess. You know, so
And what an homage to the 3. I mean, I was, they're going to be tipping the hat to the past as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
Are we live?
No, we're not.
No, we're not live.
We are a figment of your imagination.
We're all in your. Speaking of flashbacks, this is a flashback to last episode
That's what
on
Yeah.
Monday.
we
not
pre-recorded
actually
this
here.
3 days in advance.
and we knew
Yes.
we knew you were coming.
Yeah.
You're gonna leave that coming.
Right at this moment, we knew it
It's
was
like
gonna happen,
it's
yeah.
like the Dave Chappelle skit when he's I
Yes,
wrote
we're
the solo
live.
alone, but I'm gonna go.
Just kidding. Only kidding.
Just
Only
teasing.
kidding.
We're live. We're really live. Is
We
it
did
live
this
or is
live
it
stream in
Memorex?
'94?
Oh yeah, everyone's liking the idea we do a tape. I am too. I think that would be
I think
really
it'd be
fun.
cool. I think it'd be a cool way to kind of like make it like you could easily make it make sense. It wouldn't be like silly. I think it'd be good, like and just kind of have Dewey. And I'd love like you could have like a good one where he's just Dewey. He's like stumbling over his words. He's just like Gil, I'm a coward type thing, like and just kind of like let it all out. I think that'd be cool. I do think we get something of Dewey in Scream 6. I don't think it's going to be him as a character, but I think we get like, even if it's just like, pictures or
yeah.
like
Gail's
memory
got
lane.
to have something to do with
Something.
that, right? Like
Well,
some-
we know she's writing the book, and this takes place a year later, or roughly a year
Right, less
later, right?
than,
So
yeah.
so that she's got to still be writing the book, unless they just completely, just decide to not even touch on that, which I think they should. So, assuming that they do that, then it would make sense that that we'd get some sort of Dewey reference. And how cool would it be if she sees the tape? Like if she has the tape, and like we just get like like she just is press and play on the tape. She like watches like how Dewey watched her every morning on the
Yeah.
show. What if she watched that tape every morning?
Aw.
Every morning when she woke up, the first thing she did was play that tape. Like
Oh,
of
that's so
Dewey.
sweet.
Like that would
That-
be like,
wow.
man,
Yeah.
that'd be great. That would be like an emotional moment for us fans. That would be like a great connection, a great callback to Scream 5, a great callback to Scream 3. Like,
Oh God, I would just start. I'd be bawling. I'd be like, okay,
know.
well, goddamn.
So this is how we're
Guys,
starting.
we'll just-
Imagine that's how
yeah.
the movie starts.
I'd be like,
That-
well, all right, I'm crying. I guess this whole movie. Well,
No,
fuck.
no.
Once the waterworks start, they just don't stop for me personally. Like if you show me something overly emotional, it's just
Yeah.
gonna keep going the rest of the time.
I hear you, man. It's hard to shake it. For
Guy, I
sure.
want writing credits. I want writing credits if you use that idea.
Speaking of writing credits, Jake, give us an update on Red Right Hand, the new Scream film debuting in December, 2 months from now. What's going
Yeah.
on, man?
So I put out a big tweet today, big announcement. In like almost a week from now, well, a week from the 24th, you guys will see the first footage of Red Right Hand on Halloween. So I'm excited. Yeah, so we're putting out the trailer then. I made a big announcement today about it. There's the nasty old poster of it, which is kind of cool. And
Yes.
I have a lot of people asking, they're like, I didn't even know you were making a fan film and stuff. We got a lot of new people this year, which is awesome. Thank you guys, everyone who subscribed to Killjoy Jake. Yeah, so the other thing about it is it's a Scream movie from the killer's perspective. It's like a brand new take. We're mixing the formula up a bit. And it's, just like Scream from the killer's perspective. What is that like? And I get this question a lot. Jake, well, then there's no mystery. How is it still a Scream film? Oh, there's still a mystery to be had, fellas. Let me tell you. The killers have got to solve something this time around, which I think makes it very fun, kind of turns the whole formula on its head. And it's also like super low budget. So expect some crazy practical kills and just a lot of fun shit going on throughout. So it's a whole ass movie, too. It's going to run at 90 minutes. And like I said, trailer comes out on Halloween.
Cannot wait to have you and some of your cast on my channel so that I can interview you guys. And hopefully in November we can work out some time, November, December, where we can get some dates booked, because I want to have you and as many of your cast that we can join or want to join. And we could do a nice big stream dedicated to the movie. We'll show the trailer multiple times on the stream. That's what I've got in mind for us. And it's just going to be a Red Right Hand party stream. That's what it's going to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm excited.
I'm really excited. It's going to be cool.
Love it. Love it. Let's see here. We're starting to wrap up, guys. So last call for any super chat questions you may have. This is the time to get them in because we are about to wrap up for the day. Speaking of super chats, here we go. What's going on, man? It says, it's Lewis. Hey, man. Steven, when is the last time you cursed? Well, I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. It's been a long time.
You can't just give me like can you just give me an ass right now?
No.
No? Okay,
No.
okay. Had to ask.
Well, it also depends on what you consider, what you classify as like a curse word, because some people's definition of like curse words are different than others.
Right. That's
You know?
true.
Like even like nowadays, like you can say bitch on TV and like on like primetime television now, and it used to not be able to say that
Right.
stuff. So it just depends on what you consider a naughty word.
A naughty word.
How much of a super chat would it take for you to actually say a naughty word?
Like not like
No,
a
you don't have to say like
a
fuck.
fuck. You don't have to say
but,
fuck.
like,
Like,
no,
you have to say like ass. Just the word ass. How much
feel
for
like, you know,
what super chat would that
fate,
take?
you're an ass. Like to say that, like fate, you're an ass. Like
Oh.
Just out of curiosity.
Because actually that word also means donkey.
It does.
Literally. It's actually it's two definitions. So if if someone was to drop maybe $100 super chat, I would consider it. I would consider it. A $200 super chat, I would do it for sure. And that would be the only time you'll ever hear me say it till we got another $200 super chat.
Yeah. All right.
Hang on, let me go
One
to the
time.
super chats right now.
Oh, look at you guys. Fate drops it in. Goes to PayPal.
That'd be kind of cheating, but
Yeah, there it is. $200, guys, and I'll only say it one time. That's it.
I'll remember that.
Yep.
I'll remember that for the future.
The price could go up.
we're gonna set up
later on.
we're gonna set up a GoFundMe.
Exactly.
to
I might go to
raise
$500
Yeah.
eventually.
GoFundMe to have Craven Curse.
Oh, you guys. Jason with the $2 super chat. Thank you, Jason. Coming in. Jake, is Sheriff Barker in Red Right Hand? That's a great question.
It is. It's a great question, Jason. We reached out to him because what's a movie without Sheriff Barker, honestly? And he was unfortunately busy, so our movie's gonna suck because of that. But but no, unfortunately he's not, which is such a shame. Such a shame.
Such a shame. Maybe on the sequel.
Yeah, he's coming for the sequel. We'll have money for him then.
Exactly, man. That's right. Thank you, Jason.
Ooh, Wayne said 200 for the C word.
I'll say it like 100 times if someone puts $200 in there.
Hey, to be fair, there are many countries that say that regularly. That say that like, it's an actual ingredient.
Well, I don't live in one of those countries, so it's a little different for me.
$200 to say the C word.
No.
Just
No, you
one
wouldn't do
time,
it.
like one time,
One
$200.
It's too disrespectful. It's
Too disrespectful.
It's too disrespectful to women. I'm not going to do
You
that.
know what's disrespectful is not doing that for $200. That's what's disrespectful.
You go for it, man. You guys go. $200.
People
Fate
hear
will
me
say
and Jake
20 of
curse
them
all
in a
the
row.
time. No one cares about us cursing. So we'd have to pay somebody $200 to have them listen to us curse.
No. And my price is going up by the minute, so yeah, it'll probably be $500. Now, see, Jason, there you go. I'll do a super chat to keep craving the way he is. Thank you, Jason. There you go, buddy. Appreciate you, man. That's right. Lisa says, I was just about to say, Steven doesn't live there. That's right. I don't live in those places. Now, this is interesting now. What's up, Lewis?
Oh, man.
Super chat. Well, how much, Jake, for
I don't
no
think you
cursing?
That would be so difficult. That would be so difficult. I say fuck more than I breathe, pretty much. Damn. That would have to be up there too, because that would be that would just be unbelievably difficult for me. Probably like 200. I would say $200. I could do it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
$200. standing challenge is on the table for anyone who wants to do it on the next show. Or
That stays a constant throughout all Lethal Collective stuff. If you throw that in there, I won't curse.
nice, love it.
There's not
All
much
right.
I wouldn't do for $200.
Tyler, we know that, Fate. I love it. There you go, Carrie. Peer pressure. I'm far too sensitive.
Didn't mean to peer pressure you.
Yeah,
Steven.
man. Oh no. Listen, I will never do anything I don't want to do. I don't care if I got a million people screaming at me to do it. Thank you, Carrie, for your $5 super chat. We all appreciate that very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Love the Stu quote. You got it. It's a great quote.
Also, thank you, Caleb. I saw your comment where you said me and Jake, 2 favorite horror YouTubers. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Rock on. All right, guys. I think it's that time, my friends. Appreciate all of your super chats today, all of your comments, all of your attendance, man. Let's see how we're doing. How we finish up on our likes here, guys. Let's see where are we at. We're at, oh my gosh, we're at 34. That can't be right. Is it that low?
What?
Hold on a minute.
We're not likable enough.
We're at 39 likes. Okay, no, it's at 40 now. We're at 40. There's 46 people watching. 6 more people need to hit that button before you leave. It'll really help us out in replay mode. We greatly appreciate it.
Chris just came in with that one set. I was really concerned and really worried. We went the entire stream and he almost didn't do it. You were gonna make me so bothered.
I got really scared for you, Chris.
I know, because man, that was really close. Oh, and Lee's coming in with a $2 super chat. Always stay true to who you are. Dang straight, girl. That's what I'm talking about.
Love it.
Yep, that's
Love
right.
it.
Yes, Jason. Yes, we absolutely can get an "I'll be there" because I've always got it on standby, and we absolutely can do that. Let's take a look here. Denisha says, I just smashed it. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Real quick, guys, before we head off, Jake, what's going on? You got a stream about to start soon, right?
Yep, like 20 minutes or so. I'll be streaming on my page, so come on over, come say hey. We're talking Scream 6 theories tonight, so I'm kicking all of that off. We're about to probably get into the first layers of the marketing here soon, so I'm like, what's better time than now to start talking Scream 6 theories?
Heck yeah, man. I'm actually going to pretty much start merging away from Halloween Ends on my channel. I think it's been exhausted. I think people it's oversaturated, and it's like, okay, I've done nothing but Halloween Ends for a week, and I think it's just people are like, okay, we're good. So I'm going to get back to Scream 6 and other horror movies coming out soon as well. It's time. It's time to kind of ease off the gas pedal.
I don't really have much more to say about it. That's my big
either.
thing. I'm like, I have a lot to say about Scream 6 now. So I'm like, let's focus on that because I'm still very interested and excited for that one. So
trailer in 2 months should be.
Yes, probably. Most likely.
I think so. Real quick, Hisporiential. We don't have a Venmo for the collective, but if you want a Venmo at Fate Decided, then you can Venmo the collective and I'll just divvy it up because I get all the money anyway, so it's the same thing. So every month, all the money we get from PayPal and Cash App ends up. I just leave it there, and then at the end of the month, I pay all of these guys out. So if you do want to send money through Venmo, I do have a Venmo at Fate Decided. So just basically at my name, and then you could send whatever you want on Venmo, and then at the end of the month, I will send it to these guys. So it's the same thing. No worries.
Oh, Lewis, thank you so much for donating through
Venmo.
Really
appreciate
That's awesome. That's really cool. And I went ahead.
Maybe we should put that. Maybe we should put that in that posting too. Like
you could update the thing at the top.
Yeah, in there for Venmo and just put my Venmo.
Definitely. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I tried to set up a Venmo for the Lethal Collective, but because I have one for my sports channel, I have one for Fate Decided. They wouldn't let me because you have to use like your phone number or whatever, and you can't have multiple accounts on one number. So I wasn't able to set up a Venmo. So that's why we just have PayPal and Cash App. So yeah. So anyway. He said you guys really trust me. I love it.
No, we don't. No.
We don't really trust them.
It's terrifying.
I'm just waiting until we get enough money so I can escape to Mexico and just be done with these guys.
It's terrifying. I live in constant fear. It's great. Anyways, Denisha is back with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Denisha. Talking about the stew train, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm ready, baby! It was fun.
All right. That's all you get.
Awesome. Yes.
Woo! I'm so
Man,
sweaty.
I can't wait till Stu's not in this movie and everyone's disappointed. I'm so
Oh, he's not
excited.
gonna be in this movie. I told you. I've been saying that.
Or
for every-
seven. I can't wait till they
He'll be
finish
in
this
7.
trilogy. I can't wait till they finish this trilogy and just see all the people. Again, all roads lead to me. Everyone's gonna again have to be like, "Oh, fate was right again." I'm like, "That's right." You know why? Because fate is always right. I am fate decided. I'm the
You are the
decider
decider of fate.
I am the
Decider.
decider of fate.
Yes.
I fate decided.
I miss that Stu energy too, Creer. You know, I've been doing this Halloween stuff so long. It's like I haven't done the Stu dance, the Stu song. It felt good. It's like, oh, there we
Stu
go.
Energy is dead, just like Stu.
Stoonergy.
P-E-D.
Stoonergy.
I love it.
I love it too. All right, guys. Oh, hold on one more second. We got Jason coming in hot. I mean, guys, if you could keep giving super chats, we'll go another 5 minutes. We can do that if you guys want to keep the stream alive.
I have 17 minutes until
Well,
my
there you
stream,
go.
so there you go.
There you go. So if you guys want to keep it going, we'll go on longer than we had planned to do. Jason says, "Fate more disappointing, the Lakers or Halloween Ends?"
Halloween Ends for sure. Halloween Ends was trash. The Lakers are going to be fine. The Lakers look really good last night. They should have gotten that W, but they look good last night for a team that just got together, has 3 other key players out. Russell Westbrook going 0 of 11, and still have a chance to win the game against arguably the best team in the league. I like it.
You know, I agree. Sports ball, you know?
Sports. You guys know who Philip DeFranco is?
I don't know anything about basketball. I couldn't tell
No.
you a
Philip
single
DeFranco is
thing.
like one of the first YouTubers ever on YouTube. He does the news.
Then
thing.
I also could not tell you who that is.
Bastards.
Don't know him
Anyway,
either.
He's been around. He's one of the most known creators there is. But nonetheless,
Well, I don't know him.
he has an
Well, I've
entire
never
life.
heard of him.
That's because you guys are clueless. You guys are a bunch of.
Oh man, there we go.
Oh, there we
Sometimes-
go. Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta eliminate the noise and just get back to brass tacks. No, just kidding.
Never eliminate me. I am everywhere. I am the.
I am
laser eyes. No, but
Yeah.
anyway, my point was the reason I brought him up is because he has like an entire line that's just sports. Like it's like, and he's always like, doesn't matter who your team is, you're just here for the free chips and nachos. Like, you know, like, so wear your sports t-shirt and be part of the conversation or whatever. It's just, I don't know. I've always liked that. I'm like, yes.
Oh man.
Sports.
So what's your answer? Is it Lakers or Ends?
Oh, I said ends. Ends is more.
Oh, it is Ends. Still Ends.
Yeah.
Okay. Nah.
Lakers are great.
You know. Oh, Carrie coming in. Carrie's keeping the stream alive.
You guys give
$2
up.
super chat.
Thirsty for
You
more.
guys give up or thirst free for more. That's
You
right.
guys give up or
Yes.
thirsty for more, partner.
Yes.
Cowboy Jake is here now.
Oh yeah. So all right, man.
I love
you
it.
You guys are keeping the stream alive. So
Keep
Gents?
stream alive.
we're in bonus time. This is overtime of a game. This is bonus. We expected to have been gone like 10 minutes ago. We're still here because everyone wants us to stay. So we aim to please. So Jake, tell me, what's on your mind, my friend?
What's on my mind?
Yes.
I mean, like when I'm not thinking about horror movies, I am genuinely thinking about biting into rats. No, I'm kidding. I also love food. Like if I had another YouTube page, like I would just make it about food. Honest to God, I'm so. I would love to do a food review page. I think that would be so much fun. I like. I'm so excited. I cook. Yes, I'm a really good cook. I hate to be
Really?
so full of myself. I'm amazing
Wow.
at cooking. Like I just have a talent for it. I can't wait to be a stay-at-home dad one day.
You're preparing already. That's
I'm
great.
so ready for that. Oh my God, yes.
Wow. So what do you like to cook? Do you have like favorite dishes or?
I love pasta. Love making
Okay.
different types of pasta and shit. Like I make a pretty damn good, just straight up spaghetti and meatballs. Like I know it's simple, but it's classic. A chicken parm I do pretty good too. Chicken marsala I love that shit. It's I make a bunch of weird shit. That's just
You're
like
a real life
my-
Olive Garden. Nice.
I'm a real life.
Sounds
Olive
like
Garden.
it. Yeah.
Come, ladies, if you want Olive Garden every day, hit me up. Hit me up. There you go. No, I'm
You're
just
the
kidding.
olive to my garden.
Oh, well, Fate. Maybe I'll cook for you from now on. There you go.
All the women love Jake, and so does Fate.
And so does Fate.
There you go, Carrie. You can hook
Come
you
on
up.
over, Carrie. I'll make you some. I'll make him some spaghetti.
Do you cook
Oh,
like
God.
Jeffrey Dahmer?
That should be that should be your pickup line. You should go up to girls and just be like,
No.
You want to have sex and pasta? You want to have sex and pasta? And they'll be like, ew. And be like, what? You don't like pasta?
You don't like pasta? Oh my God.
That should be your pickup line. Because usually that line is sex and pizza, but yours is pasta.
Wow.
I got you. Got it.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Spicy
basically, let me
fuck.
explain this to you. So basically, instead of pizza, you're supplementing.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Got it.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Wow. Did not go over my head at all.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. All right.
Just ignoring it. I understand completely.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my God.
It's
an
like when you
excellent
see that
question.
one irritating chat when you're running a stream, and like it's like you see it and they won't stop. It's like, oh, I see it. I
Yeah.
see it.
Have you
I
seen
just
that
ignore
the
it.
mansplaining commercial? It's hilarious. Where the guy's like, you know, he's like,
Yeah.
he's like that is a, and she's like, did you just mansplain to me? And he's like, yes. Mansplain is when
Yeah,
Exactly.
I love that commercial. Yeah.
Jason keeping it going with the $2 super chat. Mac and cheese, eat with spoon or fork?
I talked about
That's
this
a
on my
great
Twitter
debate.
page the other day.
Great debate.
All right, Fate, you start us off, man.
I eat it with either, whatever's available or whatever they hand me. I don't care. It don't matter to me. It's easier with the spoon though, depending on how big the mac and the actual noodles are. But it's easier with the spoon because you spoon it up. But then I feel like a female, so I like to use the fork to make it happen because I like fork and stuff. Put a fork in it.
We like fork and tongue.
Yeah, nothing like a good
Oh
fork.
my God. I'm so on the fence about this because like if it's like the Panera mac and cheese where it's like the big noodles, then I use a fork. If it's like Kraft mac and cheese from the box, I'll use a spoon. Typically. And I put out like it's the bigger the noodle, the more I'm likely to use a fork, I guess.
You know, Jason has the right answer better than any of us. The correct answer is with a shovel.
Actually, yeah, I agree.
That's right, Jason. That's funny. Awesome. All right, now Fate, I'm going to ask you the same question, man. As these super chats are keeping us the stream alive for a little longer. What's on your mind, my friend? What's going on outside of the horror world, man?
Well, for starters, I think that mac and cheese is a delicious.
It is.
The problem is my mind is always on something else. I'm just in go mode all the time. So
yeah, what
I was focused on an hour ago, I might not be focused on now. But to keep this party going, what we could talk about is what. Okay, you have to get rid of one thing, right? Let's do that. Like eliminate one thing. Okay. Choices are food, shelter, sex, or rock and roll. No, I'm joking. No. What would you get rid of if you had to have one?
Wow, this is off the rails.
This is not even.
One of those options.
So yeah, so food, shelter, or sex. What is one thing you get rid of? If you had to get rid of one, we'll say for like a week, because you die.
Only for a week.
If you got rid of food entirely.
I mean, food and shelter are really life essentials.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
no, it's really not. It's not. I mean,
yeah. I was gonna say it's like not like it's not.
It's not gonna keep you alive or die. You know what I'm saying?
I would be like the biggest asshole if I didn't eat something in like for 2 days. So like I have to have food.
Yeah.
If I'm not at shelter, that would suck, especially this time of year. Yeah.
Look what happened to the hobo and inns. This is not a good thing.
Yeah, I don't want to think I'm Michael Myers, like that's it's not good.
I don't know. Sex gives me sanity.
I don't know. I mean, I think sex is the answer. It has to be if you're talking about surviving and living.
Yeah.
It's got to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a super chat.
Hey, Lewis is keeping this going.
Let's please change the conversation.
Love it. Yeah. It's like this is getting awkward. Lewis is like, do your old coworkers know and knew you love horror? Jake, you're Chipotle.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I made them well aware of that. I'm that asshole who was like, "Hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Help me out with this," and they were all like, "Okay, dude." So yeah, they all knew what I was doing. I had one friend there who was super into horror movies too, though, and I have not hit her up in a while though. I would love to see what she's thinking of all these new horror movies. She loved Scream 5. It was awesome talking about that with her. Yeah, so like, yes, most of them I would say probably knew that about me. So
yeah. Fate?
I'm my only coworker for the last like several years. So yeah, I knew that. I've worked for myself since for the last like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now. Something.
So do the other voices in your head, those friends,
they all don't know anything.
That's what I was wondering. Like,
Patricia makes sure that they're all hidden.
And for
Like
me,
Split.
yeah, everybody, all my old coworkers when I used to manage stuff for years and years and years. They knew. They all knew. They knew I was a big Wes Craven guy for sure. Thank you, Lewis. It's going to keep the stream going. Jake, what's your clock, buddy? How much time can you steal? Because that's the ultimate clock. We're going to shut down.
I probably should get moving now.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to move it.
Now, Carrie has speaking of your movie, she wants to remind everyone of that.
God damn it.
Which goes right with the red right hand, of course.
Facts.
Yeah, like I say, hey.
Wait, what kind of red right hand? Hang on, Carrie.
Thank God this content isn't made for kids. That's all I gotta say.
It is not. Nope.
We're far enough into the stream. It's okay.
Yeah.
Far enough into the stream. Yeah.
Well, and that's why I didn't read it. I didn't read it out loud. All right. So, Jake, you got a stream coming up, so everyone needs to go hop over to your channel right now and watch your stream. And who knows? I may come knock on the door. You never know. Things happen, man. Things can happen. So
things can happen.
Things can happen. And Fate, anything going on with your channels you want to share real quick?
So started my little weird science thing with my buddy Mark, doing that every Monday and Friday. We didn't do one today because I had like an emergency this morning, so I had to cancel, unfortunately. But every Monday and Friday at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Do it on Fate Decided. My sports channel, if you like sports. I know a lot of you are subscribed there, but if not, subscribe to sports as it stands Lakers. The Lakers channel is probably my best channel right now. The channel's still killing it. But other than that, yeah, appreciate all of you. You're awesome. Kisses.
That's so cool. And I just have to say really quickly, guys, if you have not subscribed to my God Snacks channel, I'm at 95. I just need 5 more to get 100. I'm like right at the edge there of hitting the 100 mark. So if you have not yet subscribed, I'm going to throw it in the chat really fast. There it is. I would greatly appreciate you supporting me over there. I want to get that over 100 as I'm trying to make my way to 1,000. But, you got to start with 100, right? Start with 1, 10, then a 50, then 100. So I'm just 5 away. So if you guys would all subscribe that haven't yet, that would get me over the hump. I would greatly appreciate that. Other than that, I've got a stream going on tomorrow night. I'll set my usual Saturday night thing at 9:30. We're going to be talking about more than Halloween Ends. So if you've kind of reached your limit with ends, I understand. And we're going to be talking Scream 6 and other stuff too. It's going to be great. And I'm sure Night Watch Zone, Night, he's always got something cooking. But we'll see Night again on for sure Monday for Lethal Collective. So it'll just be a couple of days and we'll all be back together again. I could fly 'neath the wind. Sorry. Seeing a little monkeys here. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Guys, I think that's going to be it then. Thanks for your super chats. You guys were so generous today. We do greatly appreciate it. And we're going to end the stream the way we started it. It's Halloween season. And so on that note, we'll say goodbye for now. Bye, guys. See you soon.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, silver shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, silver shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, silver shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween.